Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Bella. Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Like I guys told you in the last video, this is going to be a big quiz. But before we jump into the quiz, I received a lot of messages from my students lately, and they asking about, well, they're scared or they're shy of asking somebody to repeat something or to say that they actually didn't really understand what the person was telling them. But guys, like I always say, don't be shy, always ask. So before we head on to the quiz, I would like to shortly explain to you guys on how to make people understand that you didn't understand them, but also tell them that they should please repeat it for you again. Let's start, okay? You will say, Entschuldigung, ich habe das nicht verstanden. We already know that we always apologize to get somebody's attention. Entschuldigung, ich habe das nicht verstanden. Sorry, I did not understand. Another way to ask or to make somebody understand that you really didn't get what the person was saying in the first place, you would say, Entschuldigung, wie bitte? In English you would translate it like, excuse me, or pardon me. These are two of the ways making people understand that you didn't really get what they were saying. You didn't really understand what they were saying. So now we want to ask them to repeat it again. So guys, now we ask somebody to please repeat what they were telling us. We would say, Entschuldigung, können Sie das bitte wiederholen? Entschuldigung, können Sie das bitte wiederholen? Excuse me, can you please repeat that? We use Sie because we're talking in the formal way. Now let's address somebody in the informal way. We would say, Entschuldigung, kannst du das wiederholen? Entschuldigung, kannst du das wiederholen? Please guys, remember, we only talk in the informal way if we are already on the friend space, or if we want to be polite, maybe we're talking to a stranger, you know, guys know, or maybe to our teacher, then we say, können Sie. We address the person with Sie. Well guys, let's say you're in a lesson and you would like to ask your teacher maybe to write it on the board again. We would ask the teacher, Entschuldigung, können Sie das bitte anschreiben? That is, if you want to ask your teacher to please write it on the board for you. We would say, Entschuldigung, können Sie das bitte anschreiben? And if you would like the teacher to spell it for you, you could say, Entschuldigung, können Sie das bitte buchstabieren? Entschuldigung, können Sie das bitte buchstabieren? So, to write it on the board means anschreiben, write it on the board, and buchstabieren means spell. So guys, let's head on straight to the quiz because I can't wait for it. So guys, it's quiz time. Let's start. I will ask you questions, for example, like, was ist das? Was ist das? What's that? Or, was heißt das auf Deutsch? Was heißt das auf Deutsch? What's it called in German? And you guys already see? We have our nouns here. And we have our little gaps here. And you will fill it in with the right article. Okay, let's start. Blah, blah. Tafel. Tafel is the board that we're writing on. Tafel. Do you guys know the right article? Right, guys, it is die Tafel. Die Tafel. Next one. Buch. The book we're reading. Buch. What's the right article? We had that one before. Can you guys remember? Can you? Yes, it is. It is das Buch. Das Buch we're reading. Okay, next one. Tisch. Tisch is the table. Tisch. What is the right article for Tisch? Right, guys, it is masculine. It is der Tisch. Well done. And our next one, Lampe. Lampe. And you guys, can you remember I gave you some little hints? If we have a word, a noun that is two-syllabic and ends with an E, it's an indicator for using what or which article? Exactly. Die. Die, because it's a word made of two Silben, zwei-silbig, and ends with an E. Die Lampe, the light. Die Lampe. Let's do some more examples on this one. What is the right article for Stift? We had that noun before. Stift means pen. What's the article for Stift? Was ist das? It is der Stift, the pen. Our next noun. Stuhl. Stuhl. That's the chair we're sitting on. What's the right article? Do you guys know? Right, it is the masculine article der. Der Stuhl. And I think that's an easy one, isn't it? The next one here. Handy. You guys know that one? Exactly, it is das Handy. Was ist das? Tasche. And you guys see? This is another word with two Silben, zwei Silben, ending with an E. So we know that the article we use is right, it is die Tasche. Die Tasche. That's the bag that we're carrying. Papier. The paper. What is the right article in that one? Do you guys know? Right. It is das Papier, the paper. Das Papier. And down here we have Schwamm. Schwamm is the sponge that you're cleaning the board with when you finished writing. Schwamm. You guys know? Right, it is masculine, der Schwamm. Let's head on to some more tricky ones. What is the right article for Religion, the religion? Can you remember? I give you a little hint. We know that nouns ending with ion, we use which article? Exactly, we will use die. Die Religion. Next one. Dezember. December. Do you guys remember? Exactly. We know that all months are masculine. That means we use the masculine article der. Der Dezember. December. Der Dezember. Next one. And that's the tricky one. Nacht. Do you guys know? Yes. We know that actually we use all times of the day with the masculine article der. But we don't use it for Nacht. Because that's a little exemption. It is called die Nacht. So remember, time of the day, we use der, like the morning, der Morgen, der Abend, the evening. But the exemption is Nacht, the night. Die Nacht. Let's head on. Mädchen, the girl. Can you guys remember? Yes. The ending chen gives us a little hint on which article to use. Chen is making something look smaller. So we use it as das. Das Mädchen, because of the ending chen. Das Mädchen, the girl. Next one. Banane, the banana. Can you guys remember the article that we use for fruits? Exactly. The fruits are feminine. We will say die Banane. But guys, watch out, because there's a little exemption again on this one, because it's called der Apfel. So the fruits are female, so we use the female article die, but an exemption is der Apfel, the apple. So it's die Banane. And our last one here, grün, the color green. Can you remember the article that we use for colors? Yep, right guys. The colors are used with the article das. Das grün, the green, the blue, das blau, the red, das rot. So we use das for an article for our colors. So guys, what is the right article for our noun Rassismus? The racism. Let me give you a little hint. The ending ismus. Exactly. We will use the masculine article der for nouns ending with ismus. Der Rassismus. Next one. Universität, the university. The hint on this one is You see? Ted. The ending shows us that we need to use which article? Guess no. Exactly. Die Universität. Die Universität. Norden. The north. You guys know? Yes, we know that when we use directions, Norden, the Süden, the south, the west, we always use der. If we're talking about directions, we use der. Der Norden. A. Can you guys remember what article we use for letters? Right. For all letters, we will use the neuter article das. Das A, das B, das C, and so on. Next one. Rechnung. The bill, please. What article goes here? I'll give you a hint again. We know words ending with our nouns ending with shows us that we need to use the female article die. Die Rechnung. Die Rechnung. So guys, last one. Bäckerei. The bakery. Like I said, very important in Germany. The bakery is just amazing in Germany. Bäckerei. Exactly. The hint is the ending I, and the article is the feminine die. Die Bäckerei. Die Metzgerei, the butcher. The library would be die Bücherei. The ending I shows us that we need to use the article die. So guys, the second part of our little quiz is we practice how to conjugate the verb sein. Let's start. Wir glücklich. Wir glücklich. We are happy. So, what's the right conjugation for the verb sein for wir? You guys know? Exactly. Wir sind glücklich. We are happy. Wir sind glücklich. Next one. Ich müde. Ich müde. I am tired. So what's the right conjugation? Exactly. Ich bin müde. I am tired. Ich bin müde. Er Koch. Er Koch. What's the right conjugation of the verb sein for er? Exactly. Ist. Er ist Koch. He is a chef. Er ist Koch. So guys, now we conjugate the verb haben, to have. So, let's start. Sie Hunger. Sie Hunger. They are hungry. Sie haben haben. Exactly. Sie haben Hunger. They are hungry. So, the next one is a Satzfrage or also called Ja-Nein-Frage. So we know that in this case we have the verb at the first position. So what's the right conjugation for the verb haben for ihr? I will read the sentence for you. Ihr Haustiere. Ihr Haustiere. Do you guys have pets? So what's the right conjugation? Exactly. Habt ihr Haustiere? Habt ihr Haustiere? Do you guys have pets? Now, let's have a look at the conjugation of regular verbs. Er, the verb is arbeiten, working, to work, für BMW. He works for BMW. What's the right conjugation of the verb arbeiten for er? You guys know. Exactly. Er arbeitet für BMW. You guys know that normally the ending of a regular verb would be the normal t. But in this case, we end it with et because of the verb arbeiten. It already ends with a t, so we put et in the ending. Arbeitet. Our next is the question. Was? The verb is trinken. Du. Was? Trinken. Du. So what's the right conjugation of the verb trinken for du? Exactly. Was trinkst du? What do you drink or what are you drinking? Was trinkst du? We know the ending of our verbs, if we conjugate them, according to the personal pronoun du, we will have the ending st. Was trinkst du? What's the right conjugation for the verb wohnen when it comes to the formal way of addressing somebody? Wo, the verb is wohnen, sie. We ask somebody in a formal way, where do you live? What's the right conjugation for the verb wohnen for sie? Exactly. Wo wohnen Sie? That's the formal way of asking somebody, where do you live? Wo wohnen Sie? So guys, our next sentence is wir, the verb is kommen, come, aus Italien. We come from Italy. So what's the right conjugation of the verb kommen for wir? We come from Italy. You guys know? Yes. Wir kommen aus Italien. We come from Italy. So guys, that's the ending of the quiz. I hope you enjoyed it. I really did. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do that right now. Leave a comment down below and please hit the like button. I hope to see you in my live session on Sunday. Until then guys, Take care and bye bye.